Hi students and welcome to the class. You need to go to aplusstudents.com, select maths. This is a grade 8 session, grade 8. And the name of the topic is statistics. Okay. And I'll give you the chapter number and the lesson number. The chapter number is 25 and the lesson number is 4. The chapter number 25, lesson number 4. And the name of the lesson is if we make changes in mean, median, mode, and range. So let's go to maths grade 8 and then see what we can do over here. So before continuing with the question, let's recall what mean, median, mode, and range is, right? Mean was also considered as an average. How do we find average? If three numbers are given to us, we can say in order to find the mean of the three numbers, if I say 10 plus 12 plus 14, right, is to be divided by 3. What is the total? 36, right? That means 36 divided by 3 and the mean will come out to be 12. That means we found out the average. It comes out to be 12. In case of median, median is the most repeated, sorry, the middle, median is the middle value, sorry, my bad. Middle value. In order to find the middle value, we arrange the numbers in ascending order. If I'll take the example with the same three numbers, 10, 12, and 14. If the numbers were given as 14, 10, and 12. So when we arrange them in ascending order, the numbers would become 10, 12, and 14. We cancel out the numbers. Whatever is left in the middle would be the median. We can say the median comes out to be 12 in this case because we are taking random numbers, right? Okay, moving ahead, we're done with median. Let's look at the mode. Mode is the most repeated, or it is also known as the number with highest frequency. Frequency refers to the repetition, right? If the number given to us was 10, 10, 12, and 14, that we can see 10 is repeated twice. So we can say the mode for this question comes out to be 10. And the last one is the range. In a range, we do the maximum minus the minimum. Okay, so these are the four things that we need to consider in this particular topic. Let's look at the first question. Let's look at a set of 6 numbers. Okay, what they are saying is if we change one of the numbers, what impact would it have? Okay, let me just realign this. If these are the 6 numbers that have been provided to us, okay, how would the range change if the number 9 is replaced by 8? How can this be? Okay, let's see. There's a typing error, I think. Let's change this. How would the range change if the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 is replaced by a 9? Number 9, sorry. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to change 9 in place of one of the 8s. Okay, so now the numbers that we have in ascending order, can I write 6, we have 2 7s, we have 2 8s, and the new 8 would become a 9 because it has been replaced by a number 9. So we know that in order to find the range, the maximum minus the minimum. The maximum in this case was 9 minus the minimum was 6, and the new range for this question comes out to be 3. Let's see what was the older range. For the numbers, this was 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, and 8. These were the previous values which you originally had. So the range for this would be 8 minus 6, it was 2. So as per the original question, the range was 2. When we change the number to 9, the 9 being the greatest number has increased the range by 1. And the new range is 3. Agreed? Okay, let's move ahead to the next question. In the next question, it says there are 9 numbers given to us, and we replace one of the numbers. Okay, let's see. For the next question, question number 2, they're telling us we have 9 numbers. How would the mean change if the number 65 is replaced by the number 92? So if we are replacing with a greater number, then the average will increase. For the question number 2, there are total 9 numbers. How do we find the mean? Number 65. Where is 65? 20, 16, 92, 85. Just a moment, please. I think there's a typing error. How would the mean change if the numbers replace the number 92? Okay, yes, we have 92 here. It's being reduced to 65, right? That means if the number is increased, hello Nathan, what we are looking over here is if we change one of the numbers, given numbers, what impact would it have on the answer? The original number was 92. 92 has been replaced by a 65. That means if we need to find the mean, what we need to do is we need to find the average. So what we can say is in order to find the mean, we add all the numbers 21 plus 16 plus the new number 65 plus 85 plus 63 plus 42 plus 61 plus 57 plus 85. And how many numbers were there in total? There were 9 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we divided by 9. Let's add them together. Let's use a calculator to add them. If I would say 21 plus 16 plus 65 plus 85 plus 63, 42, 61, 57, and the last number was 85. The total comes out to be 495 divided by 9. And we know that the mean would finally come out to be 55. Okay. And we can say that okay, I'll write a statement. Since 92 was replaced by a smaller number. Agreed? The small number was 65, it will decrease the mean. That means if this is the new value for the mean, it is less than the older value of the mean because the total has been reduced. Okay, so the total would be reduced by, if I simply to check, what we can do is, if the new total was 495, we minus 65 plus 92 divided by 9. Okay, plus 92 divided by 9. That means the older mean was 58. This was the older mean before the replacement. But the new mean after the replacement comes out to be 55. And this is the answer that we need to find. I'm just doing this older mean just to compare the values so that we would know what impact would it, what impact would a number have. If it's lesser than the original number, it decreases the mean. If it's greater than the original number, then it would increase the mean, right? This working for older mean is just for comparison, okay? Not part of the question. Moving on to the next. Any questions up till now, Nathan? Do we have any question? Okay. Let's move ahead to the next question. The next question says, question number 3, it states that, okay, we want to see the mode. And mode means most repeated. And how would the mode change if the number 11 were added to the set? Okay, so we can say the old mode without change, right? What is the older mode? That is, we can see 55 3 times, right? And we can see 99 twice. That means the older mode was 55. Agreed? Without changes in the values, the mode was 55. But we need to, if number 11 were added to the set of these numbers, so we can say if 11 is added, 73, 99, 55, 55, 99, 55, 35, and the new number added was 11, right? So in order to find the mode, which number is still repeated the maximum number of times? 55 is still 3 times, right? So we can say the new mode will be the same, 55. It does not make any difference. Why? Because 11 does not make any number being repeated. Agreed? So the new mode or the mode, there is no change. Or we can say there is no change in the value of the mode, irrespective of adding another number. Okay. Okay. The same question I'll consider. Okay. Let's see what would we be able to do. If I would say, how would the mean, same question, right? But now we want to see how would a mean change. Okay, if we are considering the same numbers and we add 11 to it, so the new numbers would be, and we know that in order to find the mean, we add all the numbers. We add 73 plus 99 plus 55 plus 55 plus 99 plus 55 plus 35, right? And how many numbers were there originally? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Agreed? Originally, there were 7 numbers, but what we did was we put an additional 11. So now there are 8 numbers. So we would say the mean or the total will come out to be, it might come out in decimal because I'm just changing a question, right? 73, 99, 55, 55, 99, 55, and 35 and 11, right? 482 when divided by 8, it comes out to be, the average or the mean comes out to be 60.25. The new mean would come out to be this, whereas if we want to compare, if we want to see what was the old or the original, right? Original mean before adding the number, that would be 482 minus 11, 471 divided by 7, it was 67.28. Okay, the older mean was 67.28 and the new mean comes out to be, this is our final answer. Agreed? So why do we have a decreasing mean? Because the number added is very small compared to the values which were already there. That makes the mean reduced, okay? Let's go to another question. Okay, for the next question it says, look at this set of 10 numbers and we want to see if there would be a change in the median. For the next question, that would be question number 4. If these 10 numbers were given to us, okay, and they are saying, how would the median change if the number 2 is replaced by a 6? Okay, this is our question number 4. So median means it has to be in ascending order. Okay, the number 2, if the number 2 replaced one of the 6, so we can say this 6 was replaced by a 2. So can we rearrange them in ascending? Because since we are doing median is the middlemost value, then we have to arrange them in ascending order. That means we start from the smallest, we go to the largest. Which value was the smallest? 1 and 1, right? 1, 1. How many 2's do we have? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3 2's. Then the next number we have is a 4, 1, 4. Then we have 2 values of 6. Agreed? Then we have 1 value of 7 and 1 value of 9. Okay. Once we have the numbers in the ascending order, what we do is we start cancelling out. First, last, this, right? So we are left with 2 numbers in the middle. In order to find the median, we find the average of these 2 numbers. How do we find average? We just simply add them and divide by 2. That means the median comes out, the new median comes out to be 3. Agreed? Okay. If the same question, I would say, how would the mode change if the number 2 is one of the replacements of 6, right? So we know that if 2 replaced a 6, right? This was our 6. So we know that there were 2 1s, 3 2s, 1 4, 2 6, and 7 and 9. So now since we have more number of 2s, previously there were 3 6, but a 6 was replaced by a 2. So the mode will change to a 2, most repeated. But the range, if we want to see the range will stay unchanged. Why? Because changing the largest and the smallest number. Okay. So since we are not changing the largest and the smallest number, the range stays the same. Average obviously changed. Okay. Let's have a look another example. So question number 5, we would consider in the given set of 8 numbers. Okay. If we have 8 numbers, these are the given 8 numbers, how would the range change if the number 14 replaced one of the 55s? Okay, let's say this is our question number 5. We'll just make a copy of it. Okay, range. We know the range is maximum minus the minimum. What is the maximum number? See, right now the maximum number is 83. Agreed? And what was the minimum number? It was 19. But since we are replacing, 55 is replaced by the smallest number. Now 14 is the smallest number, not 19 anymore. So we can say the new range, write the word new over here, will tell us like what is the change. The new range would come out to be the maximum minus the minimum. Agreed? 83 minus 19, that is 63, 64. Sorry, 83 minus 14. Sorry, actually. That would be 69. Okay, that is the new range. But if I would say how would the median change if we replaced 55 by 14, right? So we write them in ascending order. What is the smallest? 14 was the smallest. Then we have the 19. Okay, after 19 we have a 25. After 25 we have a 30. After 30 we have a 50, 55, 61, and 83. Agreed? If we need to find the median, we start cancelling out. Sorry, 3 and 3, we are left with this. Therefore, the median, the new median after the replacement of the number would come out to be 80 divided by 2. That would come out to be 40. Okay, so we will always have a change if one of the numbers has been changed. Moving ahead to the next question. Any questions up till now? Okay. The next question is different. What they are saying is a number is not being replaced. A number is being added to the given numbers. Okay. There are 9 given numbers, and we would add one more number to these 9 numbers. Okay. If I would say 40 and 12, Okay, sorry. Okay, 40 and 12. I'll just realign this. And these were the given numbers to us. For question number 6, how would the mean change if number 12 were added to this given set? We're not removing anything. We are just adding another 12 to this given information. So now how many numbers do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we need to find the change in the mean. So we can say that we add the numbers together. The sum of the numbers would be 54 plus 85 plus 60. Can anyone give me the answer? You can use a calculator. 36 plus 68 plus 95 plus 40 plus 12. These were the original 9 numbers. But since we add another 12 to it, that means they become 10 numbers. So 54 plus 85 plus 65 plus 13 plus 36, 68, 95, 40, 12, and 12, right? That means the mean will come out to be 480 divided by 10. That means the new mean is 48. How can we find the old mean, the older mean? See, we know the total was 480. We added a 12, right? The original number was 10 minus 1. Minus 12 is 468 divided by 9. And the older average was 52. Average has decreased. Why? Because the maximum number was 95 and we are adding a very small number to it. Okay. Let's move ahead with another example. For the next question, they're saying there are 8 given numbers and one of the numbers is replaced. So we don't have to increase the total numbers. Okay, for question number 7, if this is the given information and these were the values given to us, how would the mode change if the number 5 replaces a number 3 in this given set? This is our question number 7. So as per this statement, mode number 5 replace the number in 3. So we can say 5 will replace 5 is replacing 3. No change. Why? Because 5 is already the mode. Now 5 is 5 times, right? So we can say that the mode will still stay as 5 and there is no change. Agreed? But if we said that we would want to see if the mean will change, right? Let's change this number and let's say if we would have an impact on the mean or not. What happens over here is mean means we add all the numbers. That would be 2 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5 plus 5 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5. The last number was being added additionally. 1 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 2 plus 5, 7, 7 plus 6, 13, 13 plus 10, 23 plus 12, right? That is 35. And 35 when divided by 8 would be 4.375, right? This was the new mean. Okay, how can we find the older mean? All we need to do is, the total was 35 and 5 was added, right? We removed the 5 and we replace it with the 3, and the total numbers are still the same, right? Because in this case, the number was replaced. In the previous case, it was an additional number was added, right? So 35 minus 5 is 30, plus 3 would be 33. When 33 was divided by 8, the answer comes out to be 4.125. That means the new mean is a greater mean. Why? Because a larger number, when 3 was removed, a larger number than 3 was added. Agreed? So if a larger number is added, then the mean would increase. For the next question, let's see what they're asking us. For these given 9 values, if a number is replaced. Okay. For the next question, it says, sorry, just a moment, please. If these were the given numbers, and if the number 45 replaces the 11, okay? So this is our question number 8. Let's see. Okay. For this given question, let's see what we can do. Any questions, anyone, up till now? Okay. How would the range change? We need to find the change in the range, sorry. If the number 45 replaced the number 11. Did it change the minimum or the maximum number? Yes, it did. Previously, the minimum number was 11, right? And then now the new minimum number is 24. So the new range would be the maximum number minus the minimum. What is the maximum number? That is 87, right? Minus the minimum, the new minimum is 24. So when we subtract 24 from 87, we have the new range. And the new range comes out to be 63. Let's see what was the old range. Okay. We will find the difference, the change. The maximum minus this is our answer that was required. Okay. The maximum number was not changed. It's still 87. But the minimum number previously was 11. So the old range for the given question was 76, which has been reduced because the minimum number has been changed. Okay. Okay, moving ahead with the next question. Any questions up till now? Okay. For the next question, they're saying, how would the median change for this given set of numbers? 8 numbers are given to us, and we are replacing. We are not adding an additional, okay? So if this was given to us, okay, if these are the 8 numbers that are given to us, this is our question number 9. And they're asking is, how would the median change if the number 4 replaced the 2 in this given set? Okay, see. So, okay, do this later. Okay. Median, we need to find how would the median change if the number 4 replaced the number 2. If this is replaced by 4. And we know for the median, we need to find ascending order, agreed? So what is the ascending order? What is the smallest number now? The smallest number now is 3. Then we have 2 4s. Sorry, we have 1 3, 2 4s now. Then we have a 5. Then we have 1 7, 2 8s, and 1 9. Right? Okay. In this particular case, what happens is we are not changing this number somewhere in the middle, right? Okay, let's see. 3, 9, 4, 4, 4, and these are the two middle numbers. So we can say the new median is 5 plus 7 divided by 2, that is 12 upon 12, it is 6. Sorry. Let's see what would be the older median, right? Let's look at the older median. And let's see why would there no be change. Their numbers in ascending order would be 2, 3, 4, 4, right? Let's see. We are just looking at if there would be a change. No, there would be a single 4, right? 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 8, and 9, right? So when we are doing this, we still cancel this out, and we are still left with the same two numbers, right? So if we say the old median was 5 plus 7 divided by 2, that is still 6, right? Why? Because we were changing in the numbers which were already cancelled out, right? The change was here. We were not, if we would have changed the 5, if we would have replaced 5 by a 4, then the question would have been very different, okay? So let's move ahead. Let's have a look at another, or let's do some questions from the test, okay? So the question from the test, I'll just copy the question. Just a moment, please. If this is the test that is given to us, the first question from the test says, okay, now we are trying to look at whether it would increase or decrease. We don't have to find the new value. We have to go with the logic of knowing whether it would increase or it would decrease, okay? These are the two options. And they are saying if these numbers are given to us, these sets of numbers are given to us, these are the 9 numbers that have been given to us. How would the mode change? What is mode? We need to remember that first. Mode is the most repeated value, right? If they're saying that the number 9 replaced one of the 5s, if 9 replaced the 5, okay, so now what we can see is previously there were 3 5. There are now 2 3s and 2 modes, right? How would the questions? No. Okay, in generally what will happen is, since we have 3 9s over here, right? Agreed? So yes, the old mode was 5, right? The older mode was 5 and the new mode is 9. So mode has increased. Agreed? Okay, thank you. I did the first one. The next one, you are supposed to help me out with this. For the next question, it says, when we look at the set of 5 numbers, and they would want to ask us what change would it have on the range. Would the range increase or would the range decrease? Let me just copy this again. They are saying these are the given 5 numbers. What impact would be there if number 4 replace the number 9? And we need to look at the range. See, range is affected when we change the maximum or the minimum number. Is 9 one of the maximum or the minimum numbers? Yes, 9 is the maximum number, right? So we are trying to change the maximum number. Is the maximum number replaced by a bigger number or a smaller number? The maximum number would be replaced by a smaller number. That means the range will reduce, right? So if we can say the old range, the older range was maximum was 9 minus 2, that was 7. But once 9 is replaced by a 4, so the new range, we don't have to find the old range, we just have to find the new range. I'm just, in order to explain, right? That means the new range would be, what is the maximum number? It's 8 minus 2, and the range was 6. That means, yes, perfect, it has decreased because the larger number is replaced by a smaller number. If the larger number would have been replaced by a larger number, then it would increase. Okay. So when we look at the set of next numbers and we want to see the mode. Okay. For the next question, it says, question number 3. What will happen if we would change the mode, right? Let's see with the next question. Just a moment. If the number 11 were added to the set, we're not removing anything, we're just adding an additional number. Adding an additional number would mean, this is our question number 3. Option A, option B. Help me out with this, please. What would be the change in the mode if the number 11 were added to the set? If we add an 11, do we see 11 anywhere? See, we can say the old mode was 1, 2, and 3, right? It was 55. If we add an 11 to it, right? If we add another number, do we have a repetition with 11? No, we have a single 11. The mode still says 55 is the maximum number. Yes, thank you. Option A is the correct answer. Agreed. Let's have a look at the next question. For the next question, it says there are 10 numbers given to us and they want to ask us if the median will change. Okay, question number 4. This is a statement for question number 4. And they are asking us if the median will change. How would the median change if the number 2 replaced the 6? Okay, that means, what are we increasing? We are increasing on the lower end, a minimal number, right? Okay, this would be our question number 4 with these 2 options. Number 2 is replaced by 6. Okay. The old mean, right? What was the old, sorry, median? Older median. So we arranged them in an ascending order. The smallest number was ones. There are 2 ones. There were 2 twos. Agreed? Then we had 1 4. We had 1 2 3 6 values. Agreed? We had 1 7 and 1 9. Agreed? So in order to find the older median, we can say we start cancelling them out. We are left with 4 plus 6 divided by 2. That is 10 divided by 2 is 5. Is the old median, right? What about the new median? The new median would be when 2 replaces the 6. That means we had 1 1. We had 3 twos, right? We had 3 twos, 1 4, 1 6, 2 6, 7 and 9. Let's see if the median will change. That means 2 plus 4 divided by 2, that is 6 divided by 2, that is 3. The new median, that means since old median was 5, it would decrease. Agreed? So we can compare the values and we can find whether it's an increase or whether it's a decrease. Okay. Thank you so much. Please do complete the remaining questions. Have a nice